do this right now. So I'm going to go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Independent Podcast. I'm your host, Fernando Garcia, and I'm here with my friend, Giovanni Giannone. Thank you, Gio, for coming.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Gio, I want to get started by telling me or asking you a little bit about your life story. So tell me a little bit about, because, we all love you. You have an amazing backstory. Tell me about how it all started and what you're doing now.
Of course. So I'm a 14-year-old brain tumor survivor. At the age of 14 months old, I got diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor in the midline of the brain. They gave me a 0% chance of living. And they says, take your son home. He only has about a week or two to live and just enjoy him. But my parents says, we're not going to give up. Life's too short. And they're going to do everything as possible. So then I did 1 year of chemo from 2 to 3. And then I was stable from there. And that was a plant-based chemo. Then I went from 6 to 7, which was another chemo that shrunk it about 10%.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was in remission for about 3 or 4 years. And from there, they said that they have a new mechanism that will potentially shrink the tumor about 50%.
Oh, wow.
And that was a big change. But you have to have a brain surgery to see if you have the special gene to take this certain chemo. So I believe it was July 14th. We had to go to LA to get my brain surgery done. And the doctors said, are you ready? I'm like, I'm just ready to get it done because I have business to do. And I was 10 at that time. And it was pretty scary, but I believe in just positive attitude, positive mindset, and you'll get through everything.
Yeah.
So I was in LA hospital for 3 months. I had to have 2 brain surgeries, 4 stomach surgeries, because after my brain surgery, I had hydrocephalus.
Okay.
And they had to place a VP shunt in the midline of the brain.
Wow.
And from there, once we left, they said you have the gene to take the chemo. So right away I took it, and there was a lot of side effects, but nothing. I had a positive mindset, so nothing could touch me. So
absolutely. Let me, your story is very unique compared to like 99.9% of the population.
Of course.
What drives you, on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, my family. My family is a big support of me, and also just my friends and family too.
Yeah.
And just for me, what really helps me is reading. I love reading, especially about real estate books like Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
And just a lot of real estate books.
Yeah.
And one thing that keeps me going is I love Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
So Make-A-Wish is a big thing that I love.
Okay.
And ever since I've heard of Make-A-Wish, I wanted to know it more because I got my Make-A-Wish back in 2016.
Okay.
And my wish was to go to Atlantis, and it brought my family more closer together.
Yeah.
And brought it just not only more closer together, but we felt like more like loved and everything.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Make a wishes, and we're going to get into your role with Make-A-Wish in a little bit, but
most definitely.
What in your journey with what you're going through, what is probably one of the biggest lessons that you've probably learned in the last 14 years?
Honestly, the biggest lesson I've learned is life is too short. Don't take it too serious, because if you take it serious every day, it's not enjoyable.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. And and also I've noticed, like, in just everybody's journey, we tend to meet people that really stand out, and outside of, and obviously our parents and our family are a major influence on us. But outside of that, who are some people, maybe some characters sometimes that you've met that have really helped mold you or have helped have really stand out? Are there people out there that you can think of that really stand out?
Chef Joey and Christina Majori.
Okay.
They're people that have really, I've known them for probably a couple years already, and they're like the best people ever, and they've helped me even with Make-A-Wish. They've helped me. They're a big supporter of Make-A-Wish. And another person is especially like my brother. My brother, when I was going through chemo, he used to take me to the gym every single day.
Oh wow.
Even the day I even had to get chemo done. Gym. He's like, we're not missing one day of gym. And I'm like, perfect, I'll go.
Yeah.
And by going to the gym, not only helped with my mindset, but discipline. It helped a lot with discipline. So my brother's a big support of my life too.
That's awesome. What is life now like? I mean, you've gone through so much surgeries, chemo, all these different things with the hospital. What is kind of like your daily life now? I mean, is it just regular going to school? Is it pretty normal for the most part?
It's going to school, and I also do BMX.
Okay.
I took a break from it, but I'm starting back up pretty soon.
Nice.
Especially, of course, the gym.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Monday through Friday, I'll go to the gym sometimes.
Okay.
Depending on my schedule of school, because school's
Yeah.
8 hours sometimes a
Yeah.
day, and then plus the gym. But
Yeah.
besides that, I just live life every day and enjoy it.
Nice. At school, what is there a subject that you really kind of cling to, or you're just kind of attracted to?
Probably
PE.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably the easiest one.
Yeah.
PE.
Yeah.
Oh,
You like do you guys do weight training or anything like that? Yeah.
Not yet. But we do a lot of running,
Okay.
so I love running, especially like those really cold mornings. I
Yeah.
love the cold mornings, especially when you run.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Now I know with with Make a Wish, outside of your personal experience of Make a Wish, have you seen somebody? What's probably some of the coolest Make a Wishes that you've seen people receive?
I've seen where people meet John Cena, because
Okay.
John Cena's he's done the most Make a Wishes.
Yeah.
I believe it was 600
Oh
or so,
wow.
6
Yeah.
or 700.
Yeah.
And some of the biggest ones are, oh man, like go to Miami,
Yeah.
like those kind of big trips.
Yeah.
Meet John Cena, meet The Rock.
Yeah.
A lot of I've seen a lot of
Wow.
them.
Do you know? Is there something? Because it seems like, I mean, obviously John Cena does, like you said, 600 Make a Wishes.
Oh yeah.
Do you know if there's like is there anything that compelled him to do that or to be part of that? Do you know?
I'm not sure by that perspective,
Yeah.
but all I know is he said that Make a Wish was such a good foundation to help other kids that are going through not only chemos but other illnesses,
Yeah.
and just to get them their wish and put the smile on their faces.
Yeah.
That's what he said in an interview, and that brought joy to me. And now it's my chance to give back and help Make a Wish.
That's awesome. And then what do you want to, as you finish, what are your plans after high school?
I really want to get into real estate.
Okay.
Digital marketing, maybe flipping houses,
Yeah.
wholesaling maybe.
Nice.
And just get into the real estate perspective.
Yeah.
But I also kind of wanted to be a brain surgeon also too.
Okay.
So I'm thinking maybe a brain surgeon / real estate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just stick to real estate maybe.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Nice. So do you, obviously you've been in, you've met a lot of doctors.
Oh yeah.
Is there a doctor that really kind of stands out, or somebody that in the hospital field that really kind of stands out that you?
There's many, but my brain surgeon, Dr. Christian,
okay,
she was the best.
Yeah.
Because I remember she says, when I was ready to go into brain surgery, she says, "Do you want to say anything else?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You see this Italian face? If you mess it up, I'm gonna shoot you."
Yeah.
And I had my lawyer on the phone, but it was just a joke.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was like so nervous. She says, "I have to make sure his hair is perfect." It's like, 'cause I had a slick back hair and everything.
Yeah.
She had to make sure it was perfect. And she says, she gave me a mirror when I was done, and she says, "How is it?" I'm like, "It's perfect."
Yeah.
Because I love joking with them, and they didn't take it seriously or nothing. That's what I loved about them. And I remember when I had to go back, I bought them root beers and everything, and they were just, I had a connection with them like no other.
Yeah, nice. I've also noticed. Do you feel like you're the Italian culture, that part of you, that kind of that positivity that we kind of strive to, has that helped you a lot? That
has helped me significantly.
Yeah.
Even my Mexican or Puerto Rican culture too.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was in brain surgery, most of my Italian family's in LA, like San Pedro.
Okay, yeah.
And I remember every single day it smelled like Italian restaurant.
Okay.
So there's bread, pasta.
Yeah.
There was everything you could think of at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I remember they give you the kiss on the cheek, the $100 bill.
Yeah,
and I walk out like a bunch of money, and the doctor's like, "Wow."
There you go. Yeah.
And not only that part, but the family and the love part.
Yeah.
And just bring me like the Italian food, because they said I wasn't going to gain weight at all.
Uh-huh.
I was going to be skin and bones.
Oh wow.
I was the opposite.
Okay.
I kept eating every day.
There you go.
And that's what really brought joy to me in the hospital.
That's awesome.
Culture.
What now, explain kind of, because you've experienced the benefit of Make-A-Wish, you've also are giving back to Make-A-Wish. You're trying to help people get their wishes as well. Can you explain your role with that?
So my role with Make-A-Wish is a great foundation, and I just want to see kids have a smile.
Yeah.
And my goal is by the end of the year to get to 100,000, because every wish is about $10,000.
Okay.
And I've done 10 by myself.
Wow.
But I've raised 40,000 in total.
Okay.
In about 3 months.
Wow.
And Chef Joey and Christina Majori, they did fundraiser in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Nice.
And I believe it was called Wish Week.
Wow.
And the Mexicano and the Hash House, they all did like a fundraiser.
Yeah.
And in one weekend, we raised $30,000, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
And it was such like a magical time because the
Yeah.
Sheriff Paul in Arizona, he did like this big thing for me too.
Yeah.
Helicopter ride. It was
Oh,
amazing.
nice.
But Chef Joy and Christina Majori, they're just like the best, most humble people you ever could
Nice.
meet.
That's awesome.
And the restaurants have really good food too.
Yeah. Have you ever had somebody that you know have a very unique wish, like something that was kind of like, wow, that's kind of different? Has anybody
Yeah.
ever? Yeah.
I believe they wanted a piano,
Okay.
and it was like a whole thing but put together.
Ah,
And it was like
yeah,
in a
yeah.
row. It was like very interesting. So it was
Yeah.
like a piano, a violin. It was all these things, but like they all to sit down because I believe it was a handicapped person.
Okay.
And it was all for her just to sit down and play. And that was like probably the
Ah.
most interesting but magical one too.
Awesome. So when it comes to somebody making a wish, is it really like they can kind of pick and choose how they want it?
Oh yeah, like they could pick and choose from going on a trip,
Okay.
receiving maybe an instrument,
Yeah.
if they want an e-bike or anything. It could be anything. Make a wish.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
What where do you see like where Make-A-Wish is right now? Is there something you see you would like to see a change maybe for the better? Like, is there like a great idea maybe you have for Make-A-Wish that can really help it? Is there anything you see out there in the future for them?
Maybe other kids that have gone through maybe cancer or battling that have gotten their Make-A-Wish
Yeah.
to also help Make-A-Wish too.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I would love to see.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How did you get? I mean, did somebody approach you to help, or did you offer to help?
I just offered because I got my Make-A-Wish and it just brought my family more closer together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what better way is it to give back and help other kids' wishes come true?
Yeah. And when you went to Atlantis, how describe? I've never been there. Where is it?
It's like the most tropical, beautiful place you ever could go to.
Yeah.
I remember when I first got there, it's a big hotel.
Yeah.
The biggest water park you ever could imagine.
Wow.
And my dream was to go down this one water slide where it's like you're surrounded by sharks.
Yeah.
And I went down it, and that was probably like the best thing ever.
So you actually take a water slide into sharks?
Yeah, it's insane.
Aren't you worried about getting bit?
I wasn't worried about getting big because you're surrounded by like this big tunnel thing.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And I'm like, I just want to do this. And my adrenaline was like so like high and everything. It was like the best time ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. How has, obviously it's been a lot of, when a family member has, a situation like yours, where everybody kind of has to pull together.
Of course.
How has that worked out for you? I mean, how from your perspective, you come from an amazing family, great parents. What have you taken from that, from seeing your family come together?
See my family coming together. It was tough at first when I got diagnosed.
Yeah.
Because I was in the hospital almost every single day, Monday through Sunday.
Yeah.
And for my brother, it was pretty tough too because he was there, but he always knew that I was going to be okay. I remember when I first got diagnosed, he said, "Gio, you're going to be okay."
Yeah.
And I even remember that day when I was only like probably 2 years old.
Yeah.
When I had to have my first chemo, and he just says, "We're going to be okay. We're going to get this together."
Wow.
And just by that, just made me keep going every single day. And I always say, Gio strong, but together stronger.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
something that keeps me going.
And is there like, what would you say to a young kid that's maybe, you've been kind of dealing with this your whole life, so no other way.
Exactly.
But if somebody, let's just say they're new to it, they're your age, 14, just found out, what advice would you give to them?
Always second opinions or even third or fourth opinions are always the best option.
Okay.
I believe in holistic wise too.
Yeah.
IVs, just a bunch of holistic stuff and just positive mindset.
Okay.
And I believe grounding is a big thing too.
Yeah.
Like even going to the beach and just laying there is a big thing. Because I remember when I was a little kid, I used to ground almost every day when I was even going through chemo.
Yeah.
And that's helped me a lot. And just being by the ocean, doing runs.
Yeah.
Like now I go probably a couple times a week just to the ocean to do a couple mile run, which is truly amazing.
And when you say grounding, is that just something where you just kind of with nature, kind of in the moment, enjoying? Is that? That's
really it. Like I'll just go to parks. I'll just sit there and just think about my thoughts. So I'll even have a notebook.
Yeah.
And like I'll read like a real estate book, but then I'll have my notebook and think about stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that makes me happy.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing that's helped me through my journey. Even joke books I love joke books.
Yeah. Well, what is it about real estate that you're attracted to? What do you think it is?
I love real estate because you have positive cash flow, and
Yeah.
you like. I know to buy houses when they're low, sell when they're high.
Yeah.
And there's this one real estate investor. I forgot his name, but he's done, I believe, 10 Make-A-Wishes that kids have
Oh,
actually
really?
wanted to travel to his house.
Oh, wow.
And that's my dream to
Yeah.
like help if a Make-A-Wish kid wants to come to my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember he had a house that had like a huge water slide.
Yeah.
And it was like the biggest, like it was like they call it the water slide house.
Okay.
He had a bunch of water slides and everything, and
Yeah.
their wish was to go to his house. And that's what I want to do.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Is there what's I know with school and everything, what is life like? Are you able to play sports? Are you able to like is there things you can't do because of your situation?
I can't really do football because of course the impacts, concussions, and everything, but I do dirt bikes. But I have I have a very special helmet that fits me. I have a bodysuit that goes over me so I don't fracture anything. I do BMX. I love BMX. Anything with dirt bikes, BMX, desert, I love it. Or even wakeboarding. I love wakeboarding.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What with Make-A-Wish, I know that what would you describe like your view from how you grew up and everything? Is there a wish that you kind of have for the world? Like, is there like from your perspective?
I just wish everybody could love each other.
Yeah.
Love each other, no fighting, no anger.
Yeah.
And just live life every single day in happiness.
Yeah.
That's one thing I truly wish.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe in anger. I only believe in positivity.
Yeah.
And if you could live life every day in positivity,
yeah,
it's truly, oh yeah.
That's awesome. And then when somebody like yourself is having I'm assuming like everybody else, you have your good days and you have your bad days.
Of course.
Well, if somebody's a family member and they're seeing somebody going through a bad day, what's a good way to just approach it? Is it hey, what do you need something? What is there a thing that you prefer?
Honestly, for me, I just prefer going to the desert. Like the desert is my biggest getaway, but or even just taking a ride in the car.
Yeah.
Taking a ride in the cars, going by the ocean, smelling the fresh air.
Yeah.
Or even as like a massage or something. I love that too. But what really brought me is I love Batman. When I was a little kid, Batman was like my biggest character, superhero.
Yeah.
So I remember if I had like a really bad day, I would just like go to my Batman pillow and hug it.
Yeah.
And that's what really helped me through everything.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
What would you think? I mean, I if there was a Make-A-Wish, obviously the Make-A-Wish is centered around the patient in essence, right?
Of course.
But if there was a Make-A-Wish that you think, let's put it this way, what do you think your I know your parents are going to say, I wish my kid just was fine and healthy. That's a norm. What do you think? But outside of that, what do you think we'll start with your mom. What do you think your mom's Make-A-Wish would be for herself?
Oh, that's pretty hard. Maybe to go to Puerto Rico.
She's
always wanted to go to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
We're going soon, but I think in the past, maybe.
Yeah.
She would love to go to Puerto Rico.
How about your dad's?
Oh, that's hard. That's really hard.
Yeah.
Maybe a baker shop because we love bread.
Oh, okay.
And we love to make bread too.
Yeah.
And maybe because honestly, like we eat bread with everything.
Yeah.
Everything, even pasta, anything, we eat bread with it.
Yeah.
And my dad's middle name when he was a kid was Mangiapane, which means bread in Italian.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think probably a baker shop to make bread.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Gio, I love your story. From the first time I've met you. I know my wife met you before, but you inspire all of us.
Thank you so much.
We thank you so much for everything, and tell people how they can reach out either to yourself or to Make-A-Wish if they want to help out. How would they go about doing that?
Of course, I have a link. I could probably
I'll put it in the description. Yeah.
Perfect. I have a link that they just could click it, and nothing goes to me.
Okay.
100% goes to Make-A-Wish, and just by donating to Make-A-Wish will help put a smile on another kid's face.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna put the link in the description. So it's gonna go directly not to go directly to Make-A-Wish. And please click on it. And Gio, is there any last words you'd like to say to my audience about Make-A-Wish or about anything that you've experienced?
Just a life lesson is live life with happiness and never anger. And I always say Gio strong, but together stronger.
Awesome. Gio, thank you so much for
Pleasure.
everything, for being on my show.
Thank you so much.
And please check out that link and donate to Make-A-Wish. Everybody, thank you again for coming out.
Thank you.
And we are out.